Hi everyone. I am my previous channel is GFN97. All of you might know me. Well, some of you might. So I'm going to be talking about some DC news. This isn't new news. It's old news, fairly old. DC's Legends of Tomorrow is the preview just came out. It's like 3 minutes long. Really cool. I like the premise of it. I'm really excited for all the characters they put into it. It seems like they put a lot of time into it, which I really like. And so for the premise of it, it's like a Justice League, and for those of you who might not know what the Justice League is, I'm assuming most of you do who are watching this. The Justice League is a group of usually standalone heroes like Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, other people like that. There's usually seven that start with it, and so what we have right now is we have some really cool characters. So we have Hawk Girl, who again is really cool. Those who know who Hawk Girl is, she is from Thanagar, or sometimes she is someone who has been reborn throughout time and retains the memories of her past self, and she has wings and a mace. And she, the nth metal, which is what she usually wears for the wings, and as armor, it increases her strength, her speed, and basically every attribute's about her, which makes it really cool. And it's also really good against magic. So there's that. Um, which should be good against magical characters. We have people like the Flash has been in it. I don't know if he'll play an integral part in it, but it looks like he will. Um, we know that Green Arrow or Arrow is in it. I don't know how big of a part he will play because he has his own show, and doing two shows at the same time is really hard. And I know that this show is supposed to be, it's supposed to be an ongoing show. We have White Canary. For those of you who don't know who White Canary is, she did appear in the comic books, but she didn't appear as a hero. She appeared as a villain. Um, she wasn't really big, and not many people really know about her because she wasn't. She's not like a villain that appeared all the time like Joker or Harley Quinn. No, she was just shown a few times, which it makes sense they altered her to be a hero. Which, in all honesty, she was an anti-hero anyway, which DC is kind of notorious for making anti-heroes villains anyway, and or at least villains who are capable of doing good deeds, which is what she's doing. Um, and she did have like superpowers, but it was like I think it was like energy projection, which but she had like a profound knowledge of martial arts, which we know that Katie Lotz's character as Black Canary does. We know that she is trained with her bow staff, so she will have her bow staff. We also know that she's resurrected, so she will still have her skill set. In a recent interview, she did say that she was using Iskra sticks, basically, which is really cool. And so I think I'm getting the vibe that it's like kind of like Robin when his staff can come apart, or actually Nightwing to be more exact. Nightwing can basically take his staff apart and then use it as a sticks for like what he uses, which is really cool. I like this idea, and she said that hopefully that's what she would do. So it would be a somewhat different skill set because in Arrow she only used the bow staff or her martial skills in martial arts. So we can, I guess it'll be combining kendo along with a few other martial arts, which is really cool. I love it. We got Adam, who's awesome. Oh, I love it. We're at the scene where he says, um, where Victor's character said, it was like, and we have a billionaire who has too much tech that he doesn't know what to do with. He's like, I don't know what to do with it. Just kind of shoves back. I like that. The show will definitely be comedic. We get a lot of really cool people. We get a time traveler. We get a whole lot of people. The premise of it seems really funny. I like that because a lot of people are like, oh, well, DC is only dark and brooding. A lot of the characters are very dark and brooding, but I guess to me, I feel like that's kind of the way things are going. Because in the '90s, everything was yeah, in the '90s and like early 2000s, everything was dark and it was brooding. Which the '80s, I feel like the '80s really started the trend with the Batman series with Tim Burton. People loved it, so I think that's cool. I'm really hoping that DC like keeps this trend going. Like I love DC movies. Don't get me wrong, but it seems like they really excel when it comes to the shows. Well, although the Flash and the Wonder Woman one episode, and especially a recent one, which is Constantine, which I'm really hoping that becomes a part. But I love the TV universe that they're setting up because it really expands it. And for those who don't really want to have to shell out a lot of money just to go to the movies and might have the CW, which again you do have to pay extra for the channel most of the time. Um, I think it's cool because you can watch it and it really all the CW shows are connected, and I love this. I love the fact that they're all just connected, and it really it makes you feel like there's an actual world there because it's so massive, especially with the Arrow being connected, the Flash being connected. I'm excited for this. I love that it's like the Justice League. Um, Earlier this year, we were told that well, there are rumors. I don't think they've been disproved yet, but I find it highly unlikely. I don't know that Supergirl is connected to Arrow because Stephen Amell and Mark Guggenheim were talking about it to in the interview, and I find it unlikely because um, like especially because we have people like Ezra Miller playing the Flash, and we have Grant Gustin playing the Flash in the TV series The Flash. Um, I find it unlikely that Supergirl could be connected because I only say this because um, Henry Cavill was said to appear in the show as Superman, which it could be a different Earth version of Superman. Which, although with DC's new comic book um, crossover convergence, which basically says all like 80 years or so of the DC universe are now officially all of them are canon. None of them are not canon. So it it very well could be that she could be from different Earth because in some versions Supergirl is from a completely different Earth. I believe it's Earth 2 she's from. And so it could be very well that they could be connected. They're just different rather they're parallel dimensions which or no parallel universes which is perfectly fine. I think that would be cool because that's kind of what DC does. Um, the shows aren't as convoluted as the comic books are because I'm personally not a huge fan of their newest, like the new 52, but I love the 90s. The comic books in the 90s down were really cool. Some of the new ones I like, but it's just I don't like how they always constantly have to reboot the universe. But with the television series, it seems like it's going to go a really cool direction. I'm excited for it. I'd love to know what you guys like to think. This actually is kind of what my friend Godzilla fan wanted to do, which I'll put his channel in the link in below. He wanted them to he only wanted DC to have a universe of just TV, which is still really cool. I'm glad that there are gonna be movies. I'm definitely gonna see a lot of it. I'm just really excited for this, and I think it'll be really cool. I said I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments. Sorry for the video quality. I'm doing this on my webcam, and there is obviously a bright light in the back. Sorry, but it's bright. Again, I'd love to know what you guys think. I'm excited for this. I'm glad that's gonna be funny, and I'm just glad that Vandal Savage is going to be the villain. Which, again, for those of you who don't know who Vandal Savage is, I'll repeat. He is a character who has lived for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. He has amassed trillions of dollars, wealth, knowledge, everything. Cheetah, which is Wonder Woman's villain, was able to claw his throat, and it regrew. The skin regrew perfect, and he just got back up and smacked the crap out of her. So, Vandal Savage is an immortal. So, again, I'm really excited for it. I think it'll be really cool, and I'm glad that they're expanding the universe via television. So, I'd love to know what you all think. So, I'm out.